What up? What up? You already know this is Punch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Woo Shine himself. Dímelo, mi gente. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know that Teofimo Lopez is going to be performing February 8th, Super Bowl week, epic week in sports entertainment. And he was supposed to be fighting Jamaine Ortiz, but Jamaine Ortiz declined the offer because he's not ready. Second option was supposed to be Jose Ramirez. Jose Ramirez didn't have enough time to get ready. Probably he's blown up in weight and things of that nature, but he's not ready. So Jamaine Ortiz is the guy that Teofimo Lopez is going to be facing. Now, Teofimo Lopez has beaten Jamaine Ortiz in the 2015 U.S. Golden Glove, U.S. National Golden Glove. Look, Jamaine Ortiz got all the intangibles to be a champion, but I don't think he got the it factor to be an elite talent like Teofimo Lopez, especially in his prime right now. Teofimo Lopez had the best of him in the amateurs, and I think he'll have the best of him in the pros. But, you know, Jamaine Ortiz got a chip on his shoulder. Shout out to Jamaine Ortiz. Shout out to Massachusetts. I think that Jamaine Ortiz actually could have beaten Vasily Lomachenko. I think that, in my opinion, he had Lomachenko beat. But in the championship rounds, he took his foot off the gas. He stopped going to the body. And, you know, he let Vasily Lomachenko outwork him. But I really thought that if Jamaine Ortiz would have kept that same pace and would have kept that same momentum and the same strategy, that he would have beaten Vasily Lomachenko out there in the Hulu Theater. And it would have never been probably Lomachenko versus Devin Haney that time. It probably would have been Jamaine Ortiz. But Jamaine Ortiz is not an easy outing. He has all the intangibles to be a champion. And I think that with Teofimo Lopez, look, put it this way. I think people are never going to forget about Teofimo Lopez's performance versus George Kambosos. And by not forgetting about it, I think that people are always going to analyze Teofimo Lopez as, man, if Teofimo Lopez doesn't come 100%, anybody could get him. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the energy that people have towards Teofimo Lopez. They see vulnerability. And it's almost like a juggernaut. Like everybody knows the skills and talent of Teofimo Lopez, and when he's on, he's very hard to beat. When he's on, he could be an undefeated fighter. You feel me? And I think that vulnerability also sells. I think when people really don't know what's gonna happen, it keeps them engaged. We all know that Teofimo Lopez is better than Jamaine. I think is more skillful than Jamaine Ortiz and got the pop. You know, Jamaine Ortiz is not really a knockout artist, and then he does fade away in the last round. So not having the punch resistance, not being a knockout artist and having the punch resistance, I think is gonna Teofimo Lopez in his A game gonna have an easy outing versus Jamaine Ortiz. But again, like I was saying, the vulnerability of Teofimo Lopez and what he's shown, when people talk about, when people assess his performance versus Kambosos, when people assess his performance versus Sando Martin, people are always going to have in the back of their mind that maybe this person has a chance with Teofimo Lopez. But looking how Teofimo Lopez beat Josh Taylor, we all know when Teo is on, ain't nobody gonna beat him. I don't believe that nobody's gonna beat him in 140. But of course, there's gonna be a lot of competition out there. You know what I'm saying? The 140-pound division is a deep division, is a stacked division, and if you don't show up, you're gonna get beat. If you don't show up in the 140-pound division, it don't matter. I know it's cliche to be like, you know, if you don't show up, anybody can beat you. You know, everybody got to punch his chance. But in 140. The top 10 is capable of being a top dog in 140. That's how deep it is. You know, I don't know where Gary Antoine Russell's in the rankings. He's probably in below, probably number 7, probably number 6, number 8. He has the skills to be a top dog in 140. You know what I'm saying? You know, Matias in unification bouts. You know, imagine him versus Rolly. I think Matias beats Rolly. I think Matias could compete with all these guys. Not sure if he's going to beat the likes of Devin Haney. Not sure he's going to beat the likes of Teofimo Lopez. But I believe that Matias could beat Regis Prograis. I think that Matias could, and I think that would be a hell of a fight You know, Jose Ramirez could be a champion again. If Devin Haney or Rolly or Teofimo Lopez don't come prepared. This is the best division in the sport of boxing. Jamaine Ortiz is moving up from 135, but of course, Teofimo Lopez has moved up from 135 as well. So I think it's an even matchup. Jamaine Ortiz in his prime, Teo's in his prime. They both know each other. And I think that Jamaine Ortiz got a chip on his shoulder, and probably, he'll probably, I don't know if he's gonna give Teofimo Lopez a run for his money. He should know Teofimo Lopez, so there is some history there. I just don't think, again, he has the intangibles. I don't think he got the it factor. I don't think he got the power to keep Teofimo Lopez off him when Teofimo Lopez wants to tee off on him. But I think he's very, very tough. I think he's a smart fighter as well. I like the way that he goes to the body. Again, he has all the intangibles, but Teofimo Lopez is going to be too much. Let me know what you think about the fight. Let me know who you got. Let me know what you think the chances are for Jamaine Ortiz to beat Teofimo Lopez. And do you give him a chance? I would have liked to see Jamaine Ortiz versus Shakur Stevenson, but I understand Jamaine Ortiz also is having trouble making a weight like he did last time. But it's good that he has a big fight. Recently signed an exclusive deal with Top Rank. So... and Keyshawn Davis is going to be performing versus Jose Pedraza. So it's going to be in the co-main. So it's going to be a great card. Emilio Vargas is going to be performing as well. I think he's going to be, he have all the ingredients to be a cash cow in the sport of boxing. So this is going to be a wonderful card. Super Bowl week, Thursday. I think I'm going to be out there, man. Got to get my ticket right now because, man, it's going to be flooded out there. Going to be flooded. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Love you. God bless. And on to the next.